you're launching a UK competition or raffle website, your biggest challenge usually isn't your design. It's banking and payment processing. Competition businesses are almost always classified as high risk by banks and merchant providers, and that classification changes everything. Applications get rejected, accounts get restricted, funds get frozen, sometimes mid-competition. And when that happens, your business can stop overnight. In this video, I'm going to walk you through UK banks and merchant providers who actually understand competition websites and which setups we've consistently seen work. So, why are competition websites considered high risk? From a bank's perspective, competition and raffle websites sit very closely to gambling and gaming. So this means they're flagged for a few things, such as higher chargeback potential, greater fraud exposure, and increased regulatory scrutiny. Even if your model is fully compliant, the industry category itself makes traditional providers cautious. And many founders only discover this after they've launched, when a mainstream provider suddenly decides, oh, we don't support raffles anymore or prize draws. That's why choosing the right financial partners from day one is critical. Merchant processing is where most competition businesses usually start to run into issues. You need a provider that understands free entry routes, skill-based competitions, and the UK regulatory framework. Not one that panics when it sees your terms and conditions. Here are some of the providers we've seen work consistently in this space. Cashflows remains the most reliable merchant for UK competition websites. They understand the prize competition model, offer proper high-risk underwriting, and integrate smoothly with most modern competition platforms. They support Apple Pay, Google Pay, PayPal, and all major card schemes. Most importantly, their underwriting team actually understands how UK competitions are structured, which significantly reduces the risk of sudden account restrictions. For many operators, this is the safest start point. Radiant Pay specializes in high-risk merchant accounts across gaming, gambling, and competition sectors. They're familiar with compliance requirements and provide dependable processing for operators who need an alternative to mainstream providers. Access focuses heavily on high-risk card processing. They provide strong fraud prevention tools, and they support multiple payment methods. These are useful for brands that are running higher transaction values. Both Merchant Connect and CorePlay operate in high-risk industries and integrate with most competition website platforms. They can be suitable depending on your structure and volume, but always make sure they fully understand your competition module before you start onboarding. Merchant processing is only half of the equation. You also need a UK business bank that won't freeze your funds once they understand your business model. Traditional high street banks are often cautious with competition businesses. However, certain providers are more familiar in high risk sectors. Zemplar has consistently been one of the most competition friendly banks in the UK. They allow high-risk business accounts and typically offer faster onboarding compared to more traditional banks. New competition operators, this is often the most straightforward option. Click provides business banking solutions tailored to high-risk industries. Extra Direct is more commonly used by startups who need quicker account access. RiskLink supports gambling style and higher volume online businesses, making them suitable for competition operators scaling their platform. Each has their own place depending on your business model and transaction volume. A common question is whether Stripe or PayPal can be used for UK competition websites. In some cases, accounts are approved initially. However, both providers typically prohibit long-term use for businesses classified under high-risk merchant category codes. We've seen multiple cases where accounts were terminated once review processes were triggered by competition-related terminology. If you're building a serious competition brand, relying solely on unsupported mainstream processes introduces unnecessary risk. For most UK competition and raffle businesses, the most secure combination we've seen is this: Cashflows for merchant processing, Zemplar Bank for business banking. This setup consistently provides faster onboarding, fewer unexpected restrictions, and a clearer understanding of the competition model compared to traditional institutions. Banking and processing isn't the most exciting part of launching a competition website, but it's one of the most important. The wrong setup can stop your business overnight. The right setup gives you operational stability, smoother onboarding, and fewer disruptions as you grow. If you're launching a UK competition website and want your banking, compliance, and payment structure handled properly from day one, take a look at our competition website design page. Don't just build website, we help operators build stable financial foundations behind them. Built properly, built compliant, built to scale.